Hello everyone, it's Sagrannus here again with another World Warships video. And of course, as you know, this is our second video of the week. And yesterday we looked at Tier 1 ships from the two new territories, the USSR and the Germans. And so of course, we're going to be continuing up to Tier 2. And what ships are we going to look at? Well, we're going to look at the Dresden and the Storozhevoi. And I'm once again going to apologize for any Russian mispronunciations. Because my knowledge of Russian is minimal at best. My German is a little better. So, what is the Dresden? Well, it's a protected cruiser, and it appeared in 1908. They built two of them, and yeah, it was that cruiser. It had more guns than a lot of other cruisers apparently, but they weren't as good. Think of this as like a St. Louis light, perhaps? A little bit faster, a little bit less powerful, a little bit less resilient. So it has got, we'll just point out, I have got it fully upgraded, all its upgrades are fitted. So it does have a decent amount of health, but actually I think slightly less armor than the Tier 1. It has 12 105mm guns, as you can see them all down the side here, aren't they handsome? Then you have a little bit of AA, just 4 7.92mm guns, so literally 4 machine guns. So you don't really want to go against the planes, but with a Tier 2 you very rarely will. Quite fast, 25.5 knots, and a turning circle radius of 580 meters. And they'll spot you from 9.5 kilometers away, which means they're going to be spotting you further than you can shoot. So it's not great. Not great. Now, due to an experience this morning, we're going to be fitting a few things to this little boat. To start with, we're fitting Juliet Charlie, so that I don't get detonated. I'm tired of that. And no, it's useless. Don't need that. We'll just go with the JC. So let's dive into the Dresden, see what we can do, and hope to all the gods that there's not too much lag. So I'm recording this at night. I usually try to record in the mornings when my coffee's kicking in, but yeah, a few little dramas today meant that I couldn't quite get to the computer in time. This morning I had things to do, eyesight to fix, that kind of thing. So we're in the Solomon Islands, closest so far that this game gets to being near my home country, which is Australia, obviously. At least I think. I don't know, the reports are mixed. Sometimes people say I do sound Australian, some people say I don't. I'm not going for locker. No way. So let's crank her up. Now I have to say, I think she's actually quite a good looking thing. Very nice looking ship. I love her prow. Beautiful prow. I like the Dresden. Quite as good as the Kohlberg, which is just a more angry version of her. And let's see, yes. Yes, the German grind is still in effect. People were very excited about the new ships, understandably, though I'm sure we'll see it taper off as people get used to it and realise that while they're good, you know, there's still advantages to the other fleets. Though I'm personally looking forward to the next fleet that should be arriving, which will be the British fleet. For various reasons. Lots of interesting ships there. And I'm sorry I don't have any news as of yet. I've been a bit slack. I mean, I could talk about what I do at university, but oh, that might bore everyone. So I won't do that. Now, interestingly, and this is something I've noticed, is they've opted for just one flag for every faction. I noticed these things as a historian. So, you know, I'm fairly sure that the flags that all the German ships are flying are actually World War II flags. And I think the Russian ship, but I might be wrong because the Russian ships, like, I'm pretty sure the Imperial Russian ships have Imperial Russian flags, whereas the USSR ships have USSR flags. I could be wrong. But of course, Japanese and American flags seem to be fine. I don't believe they've changed. I could be wrong. Tell me if I am. I just don't like being wrong. But we're going to sail in, and hopefully actually have a good battle. Oop! We've got someone in range. So let's swing around. Get some shots off. Not the most impressive sounding guns, I have to say. Now that's... oh, it's a Yamikaze. Actually, it's decent range. That's a shame. I was going to say if it was a Storozhevoi, I just had to keep it away, a little bit away from me, and it'd be fine. But Japanese torpedoes, they're not so friendly. What have we got over there? That sounds like a... oh, yeah, Dresden and Kawachi. Is he going to loop it away, or is he going to run? I'll keep a wide angle anyway. I think his engine actually got shot out. I think I may have shot his engine out. That's good. That means I can come around behind him and blow the crap out of him. That should be good. So yeah, I actually like the speed of this ship. It's a nice, comfortable speed. I really don't want to get into an engagement with the Kawachi. Thank you. There are things I would not enjoy, and that would be one of them. Yep, his engines are out. So I'm gonna lay into him a bit. So it's nice to have a ship with so many guns. It's lovely. I greatly enjoy that. He's put out smoke. Problem is, we know you're not moving. Embarrassment for that destroyer who missed a stationary target. I didn't get the kill, but I got a lot of hits on him. Ow! That was the battleship. I'm gonna get away from him.
Problem solved, sir.
Don't duel battleships in small cruisers. I mean, if you're in a Cleveland or something, maybe, but yeah, definitely not in a Dresden. Definitely not advisable. But now that everyone else is focused on him, I should be able to get in on that action a bit more. So he's just outside my range. To Kawachi. Oh, our Kawachi's stationary. What are you doing, man? Yeah, the ship's range is one thing I have a gripe with. It would be nice to have a bit of a longer range. Right. It's coming by the Kawachi. Let's swing on by. Should be good. Well, I'm not dead yet. It's always promising when I'm not dead in the first 5 minutes. Makes me feel better about myself. Two chesters. Right. Oops. T-boned. Oh. The backwards tactic, huh? It's so effective when everyone can see which direction you're travelling in. Firing AP, that's interesting. Interesting choice. I suppose my arm is not exactly thick. Just swing out of here, it's not a good place to be. There's battleships just around the island. Keep pounding on them. That's what the ship's good at. Good few shots over the hill anytime. Damn. Would have been nice to get that kill. Still, we're landing hits, and that's what's important in this ship. Just grind down the enemy as much as you can. Sweet. Okay, there's a destroyer coming around the corner. I have a sneaking suspicion it's not the sort of destroyer I want to run into, because there could be a Storozhevoi. That would be wonderful. If it was a Storozhevoi, I'd be really happy. It's not, it's a Wix. Bugger. He could actually hit me. Hello. Gotcha. Engine out too. Wonderful. I think he might have had a repair on him though, which is a shame. Would have liked to have absolutely munted him. Some rather impressive damage on the ship now. With rather nasty holes from some AP, I think. Not nice. Hurtful, guys, hurtful. How dare you shoot the Dresden? I have to say the damage rendering in this is quite impressive. Where is he? Come on. I want to blow you up. There he is. May actually need to get over there because battleships and destroyers don't go so well. Oh shit, I'm going to have to go around this way to get him. I'm not fast enough otherwise. You are. Okay. Destroyer captains, if you are that far away from someone and you drive into their torps, you should be ashamed of it. Oh man. Really? He just took out 2 ships. Okay, we've got 2 destroyers here, that's not fun. Where are you? Come on. That's good. Damn, those wigs are fast. Did we get him? One more. Then a fire may actually sort him out. Gotcha! Right, we got him there. Excellent stuff. Beautiful stuff, guys. Ooh, the helicopter torpedo, of course. We're not in a good place, though. Our team is going to get ruined. How he survived that? He's going to sink, though. He's bound to get there. He goes. I'm going to try and go for the cap. 180 seconds. Should be able to do it. Oh, it's going to be bad. I'll go for the cap. It's only a battleship with nearly full health. I'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong here? He's in range though. Has he? I think he spotted me. Yes, he has. I'm gonna die. Oh, but he's an idiot. There's pretty good odds that most of his shots will over-penetrate, which means they can only do 1,000 damage. I can take a whole 7.5 of those. Of course, I can't even do 1,000 damage in a cell, though, so. Of course I can. Good stuff. I'm going to get as many hits as I can before I die horribly. Oh. Oh, that's good. I'm the last hope. Well, we're all screwed then, aren't we? Oh dear. Still, I've survived the longest out of our whole team and sunk someone. Kind of proud of that. And I know at least one person who watches this will be pleased to see that I didn't fail miserably in the first 2 minutes. Hello. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, that one went straight through me. So I'll set him on fire, that's always nice. I could be really annoying and just run away, but they've got the cap anyway. It'd be cool to survive, actually. I'd love to last longer. Oh, I reckon. If I could just... I didn't die.
The enemy is about to
I'm taking that as a win. We were outmatched. But, you know, I'm not entirely ashamed of that. So, that was the Dresden. And we get to say goodbye to the Dresden now. Bye-bye, Dresden. And now we're going to look at the Russian ship, the Storozhevoi, which is a destroyer that turned up in 1915. And the Storozhevoi was designed as a destroyer intended to operate in both islands and coastal waters. She was superior to the majority of similar displacement destroyers of her time in terms of speed. Yes, she is fast, 35.4 knots in fact. I'm going to check something for you in a second, just to verify this, but... Okay, and her arm was good as that of many larger destroyers. That's true. Her guns are actually only 3mm smaller than the Dresden's. She has 3 of them rather than 12, but that's still pretty impressive. With a longer range, she's shooting out at 9.7 kilometers. She's also got what's moderately better anti-air, and she can put 9 torpedoes in the water. The only catch is, like most of the Russian destroyers, up until like tiers 9 and 10, I think, they've got terrible range. These can only go 3 kilometers. A lot of the torpedoes in the Russian forces can only go 3 kilometers, which means they're detecting me at about 6 kilometers. So I have to be within their range by a significant margin. I mean, their detection range by a significant margin, just to be able to bother to torp them. So we're going to turn this to do a few things to our advantage. But first, I want to check. So 35.4 knots, tier 2 destroyer. From Japan, the Umikaze can only hit 33.2, so it's slightly slower. And the USA Samson can only get to 30 knots. So the Russian is the fastest. So we're going to just help ourselves a bit more. We're going to work on a paint job to decrease our detectability, bringing it down to 5.6 kilometers, I believe, a little white. We're going to make ourselves less flammable. We're going to make ourselves less explosive, and we're going to boost our experience. Subuno. We're going to use one of my last Sierra mics and take our speed up to 37.1 knots. Lots of flags. Alright, let's go into battle, ridiculously over-equipped, and see what goes wrong for us this time. Because you have to get in there and get out so fast in these, especially if you just lurk behind an island. But that feels too much like camping for me, and I'm not fond with that. But it'll be interesting to see the German. I'm looking forward to German battleships quite a lot, let's be honest. Quite excited about it. Okay, we're against nothing too nasty. So if I can sneak up on a few people, sorry, excuse me, we should have some luck. Of course, the other problem is that the torpedoes are short range, 3 kilometers, and these are the upgraded torpedoes, which have an increased speed over the other ones, and they can get to 51 knots. Now, if you compare that to the Japanese torpedoes, that's crap. So let's crank it up and engine boost.
Engine boost activated.
So, this is the Storozhevoi. Look at her in all her radiant beauty and speed.
Shiver my timbers.
Jesus, she's fast. Look at that go.
Negative.
So, let's see what we can get her up to. So we curve around here. 37 knots, 38 knots, 39 knots, can we get to 40? Can we get to 40 knots in a tier 2? I'd love that. Don't reckon she'll quite make it. 39.8 knots in a tier 2 destroyer. That's insane. Now at 5.6 Ks, I'll be visible. So I'm going to have my guns locked onto him. And I'm going to drop some smoke as soon as he sees me. Okay, he's seen me. And I'm gone.
Smoke generator started.
Sorry, I shouldn't have listened to my but is he even moving? Oh, he's in a lot of trouble. Hits the Citadel. Oh, there he goes.
Smoke screen set.
Special delivery. And let's see if we can get out of there alive. Not a little bit too close, but I may actually get my torps in.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Yep, I'm dead. So, not so impressive. And oh, he is so low. Well, interestingly, I think I'm going to be leaving that there because I actually think that demonstrates the problem with the Russian destroyers, and I'm going to actually run you through that now in port. So sorry, no actual gameplay is about to happen. If you don't want to watch non-gameplay and me just talking, probably tune out now because that'll be the end. But okay, the Storozhevoi. Torpedoes. This is what we're going to focus on. We're going to talk about the visibility, the maneuverability, and the artillery, ignoring everything else, and the torpedoes. There we go. So that's what we got. 3 kilometer range, 9 of them. I need to get. My detection distance is almost twice the range. It does have some decent guns. Now let's go to the Durski. Same guns, shorter range, same range rockets. 5x2, so 1 more torpedo. You've got 10 now. Slower and even more detectable. It's not an improvement. 5 of the same guns in the Izyaslav. Same torpedo range, 9 torpedoes. Slower again. Even easier to see. The Vevny, I think. 4 kilometer torpedo range. 6 torpedoes in 2 stacks. 130mm guns, 4 of them, that's an improvement with a range of 10.8, that's good. Much faster, 38.4 knots, so you have to grind through a lot of ships to get to this, mind you. This is the tier 5. Detectable at 7 kilometers, so it's still a long, it's still 3 kilometers before in visibility before you know, able to drop some torps. The Ognavoy, 2x2, 130mm, that's not bad. 10.9 kilometer range, that's pretty good. Still same 4 kilometer range on the torpedoes, visible at nearly twice that, and slightly slower, 37.3 knots. The Kiev, 3x2, 130mm, it's not bad. 4 kilometer range, 2 sets of 5. 42.9 knots, that's incredibly fast, but detectable at 9 kilometers. So they're going to see you coming 5 kilometers before you can even consider dropping your torps. Tier 8 sees us in the Tashkent, 3x2, 130mm. 4 kilometer torpedo range still, 42.8 knots, nice and fast. 9.4 kilometer, so even further, they're going to see you even further away. The Udaloy, finally we see some decent ranges on these things. 8 kilometer torpedo range, which can be boosted. Can it? No, it still stays at 8 kilometer. Right, so you got 3x2 130mm guns that are firing at 11 kilometers. 9 torpedoes that can go 8 kilometers. The detection range is down to 8.6 and slightly slower at 40.4 knots. So with a few tweaks, paint job, I think you'd be firing torps at about the same time as they saw you, which isn't terrible, but I'm going to compare this to a few things as we go. And then this is tier 10 Gabarovsk, which I'm sure you've seen people like Fly playing. 13 kilometer range on 130mm guns, 4 of them, 4x2 stacks, so that's 8 rounds in the air at a time. 10 kilometer range, though if you upgrade you go back to 6 kilometers for a heap more damage, but I would never do that. Firing, he's got 2 sets of 5 torps, so you can put a lot in the water. but not with as much variety. 43.4 knots, detectable at 10k, so you're launching the tops at exactly the same time as you're being seen. Now, that's all well and good. Let's just look at my Minakaze, which is the Tier 5 destroyer from Japan. 39.5 knots, 4 120mm guns with a range of 7.6 kilometers, but it's only detectable at 6.2, which is less than its torpedo range of 7 kilometers. And it's going to be putting 6 of them in the water. Maybe the guns are rubbish compared to the Russians, I think. But, I mean, the Japanese destroyer, to my mind, is better. Also, Tier 5, the Nicholas destroyer from, because I'm just going to use Tier 5 as the sort of the checkpoint here. Unchanged, 5.5 kilometer range on torpedoes, so that's better than the Russians. 127mm guns, 5 of them, so it's not that much worse than the Russians. With a 10.8 kilometer range, 10.9 kilometer range, which isn't too bad. 37.5 knots, it is slower, and it is detectable 1.2 kilometers further away than the torps can go, so it's still better in that regard. So I'm going to have to learn to play a different destroyer style, I think, to be able to do well in the Russian ships, because, yeah, not great. Alright everyone, I've been Sagrannus. This has been Sagrannus Gaming Play's World of Warships, looking at the Tier 2 ships, the Storozhevoi and the Dresden. And tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, it's Thursday, I don't do Thursdays. Friday, we're going to be looking at the Kolberg, which is the Tier 3 German cruiser, which I like quite a lot. Alright, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.